example, I came here for study purpose, so I just did a flight reservation showing when I'm coming to Belize. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Precious, and you can call me Dumebi anywhere. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the visa processes for those countries that require visa to come to Belize. And if you're not new to my channel and you're shocked like, girl, why is your hair like this? That means you didn't watch my last vlog. And when I shaved my hair off, and I told you guys the reason I did, so you can go watch it. Yeah. So but for this video, we are here for business, free business. So yeah. I got lots of because of the previous video, like previous vlogs I did about Belize and coming from Nigeria to Belize, I got lots of DMs, emails, asking me questions of the requirement, blah blah blah. And I just decided to do a video instead of replying everyone one by one. Like, it's kind of exhausting. Yeah, so let's get into the video. And like I told you guys, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up before watching. Thank you. Anyway, so let's get started. The countries that need visas to come to Belize, I'm going to mention a few of them. And mostly the people messaging me in Nigeria. So of course Nigeria, so you need visa to come to Belize. India, Cameroon, Republic of Libya, Afghanistan, and so on. You guys need visa to come to Belize. And the countries that doesn't need visa to come to Belize: Ghana doesn't need visa, Canada, Singapore, South Africa, and USA, of course, United States. You guys don't need visa to come to Belize, so you can just book your ticket and yeah, you can just come to Belize. And yeah, so you guys don't need visa for that. But some people, if you have the strength, for example, for me, I got an American transit visa to come to Belize because I have to, from Nigeria to Washington DC, and from Washington DC to Houston, and from Houston to Belize. So I needed visa, a transit, or an American transit visa to come to go there to pass through. So in case if you want to stretch yourself a little bit, and also it's less stressful and also kind of cheaper, you can go through that means for those of you. But if you want to stress yourself, that means you have to book. I don't know, my friends that came here, they use an agent. If you're interested, you can DM me on that. I'll give you his number. That's for Nigeria, so I don't know about other countries. Okay guys, so for the booking, I just asked my Nigerian friend and South African friend, and they told me that like I told you, an agent did it. And for Nigeria girl, the agent booked her flight from Nigeria to Belize, and she spent almost 1 week because I think due to flight delay and all and so on. So she went from Nigeria to Ethiopia and to a country like that, like 3 or 4 country maximum, like 4 country before she reach Belize. And then you have to book a flight from Belize city to St. Petro. And also with my South African friend, an agent helped her to book a flight from South Africa to Qatar, and then from Qatar she went to Madrid and other country before reaching Belize city. So almost like 4 countries too before reaching Belize city, and then booking from Belize city to St. Petro. And it took them like almost 1 week. And I'm just saying this in case you don't have the strength to go through American visa, transit visa processing, or Mexican transit visa processing. You can just use an agent and they can help you book a flight. Yeah, something like that. And for me, I came from Nigeria to Washington DC, and then from Washington DC to Houston, and then from Houston to Belize city, and then from Belize city to St. Petro. So I just took like maybe almost 2 days or 1.5 days. Yeah, I think 1.5 days. So yeah, that's it. I mean, the visa process is kind of stressful, like the transit visa, but I mean, it's kind of worth it because you don't have to spend at least almost 1 week trying to get to Belize. But it happened for them because I think there was a flight delay and so on. So that's why it happened like that for them. And so while waiting for the next flight, they have to book a hotel to stay in. Yeah. So the next step is the visa requirement. So now the documents required, as after, of course, first thing is visa application form. You need to fill it, and also a passport. You need to have a passport and make sure it's not expiring anytime soon. Maybe in the next 6 months. At least it should be maybe 7 months or 8 months guarantee, or let's say maximum 6 months, no less than that, because you're going to be declined. And also you need to do a flight reservation, send a flight reservation showing when you're intending to come to Belize, and when, for example, people mostly come here for visiting. For example, I came here for study purpose, so I just did a flight reservation showing when I'm coming to Belize. But for you, if you're visiting, you have to do a flight reservation showing when you're coming and when you're leaving. So you have to do, yeah, they need that as well. And you also, if you're being sponsored, maybe your parents is sponsoring you, or maybe your spouse whatsoever, then this is required. So they need a letter of financial support. There is also a form for that. They need a letter of financial support, and you also, after doing that letter of financial support, you also have to go to the Minister of Justice and maybe on the court to stamp it or whatsoever. My mom did that for me, yeah. And also you need a sponsor identification, maybe to show that this person is related to you. For example, your sponsor can be your mom, like I told you, your spouse. So maybe your spouse can send, if they have it, your parents have it, maybe passport or an ID showing, yeah. So that's it. And also proof of kinship. So for example, spouse, people that are married, you can send your marriage certificate showing you're married to this person. And parents, I send my what they call it, birth certificates, and the sponsor can also send their own as well. And employment letter. So for employment letter, you have to send an employment letter showing you're employed, and also your employment letter have to include the monthly salary and the period when you are employed, and all those kind of details, employment details. You guys know what employment letter contain, for those of you that got one when you were employed. And if you lost it, you can tell your office to create one for you, like do one for you. But they also have to mention when they employed you and your salary and so on. That's important, that's needed. And also you need bank statement. Obviously you need bank statements showing your transaction that you did in the last 6 months. You have to show the transactions you did last 6 months and all that. Yeah, people do that as well. For example, as for me as a student, at least $2,000 is needed to be like an evidence of $2,000 or more. It depends, but yeah, you can just show the transaction you did for the last 6 months. So, but if you're sponsoring yourself, then all you need to send is just like an employment letter and bank statement. That's it, if you're sponsoring yourself. And so now we're in the types of visa. There are 3 types of visa. We have tourist visa, employment visa, and student visa. So you have to state the type of visa you need when you're filling the visa form. So that's required as well. And the next one is make sure that your signature where it's needed, maybe in the financial support or visa form, make sure it's consistent with the signature on your passport. And also you have to submit both your original copies of all the documents required. So for example, in Nigeria, only in Nigeria, the Belize embassy in Nigeria don't stamp Belize visa. So for Nigerians, you have to send your passport, copy of your copy and original documents of everything required through DHL or whatsoever, to your school if you're come here for studies. But if you're coming here for visiting, that means you have to know someone that is living in Belize to do that. That's why they are less agent for Belize. Like for example, if you're visiting, they are less agent for that. They are more agent for people that are coming here for studies, because it's difficult to do that due to the fact that many people don't know anyone in Belize. So that's why if you're Nigerian and you're coming here for a visit, so you can just DM me through Instagram or email me, and I'll help you with that, because actually the headquarters is not in St. Petrus, it's some another city. So you can just send me your documents and what again, copies of your everything required, copies and original fits of all the documents required through DHL, and also send me your passport so you won't send it twice, like that's money consuming and all that. So just send your passport and copies and original documents of everything required through DHL or so even means. And yeah, that's it. It's only Nigeria. Other countries, the Belize embassy in other countries, they actually stamp Belize visa on their passport. So you can just go to any Belize embassy in your country and submit your document to them, and they're going to help you out. But in Nigeria, they don't do that. So you have to have someone in Belize to do that for you. So that's why it's kind of difficult for them. It wasn't difficult for me because I came here for studies, so my school did that for me. I mean, they're in Belize. So, and all the documents in other language have to be translated to English, and the proper authorizations have to be done, and all that's required. And also in your visa form, you're going to see what type of entry. Is it single entry visa or multiple entry visa you're applying for? So if you're coming here for visits, then you need the single entry visa, but if you're which is valid up to 6 months. But if you're coming here for studies, then you would take the multiple entry visa, which is valid up to 12 months. Yeah. But even people that are students, they just click single entry visa. It depends on you. So I actually clicked single entry visa, and I was coming for studies. So it depends on you. And also, yeah, people ask me, how long does this visa take before it comes out? Like all the people I know, it took 3 months for them before it came out. Even my own, it took 3 months before my visa came out. So in maximum 3 months, before the visa comes out. So I think that's the basic information you need. So hopefully, I hope this visa I want to say this visa help you. Hopefully this video helped you and gave you a little bit information about visa processing in Belize and so on. So for those of you who doesn't need visa to come to Belize, lucky you, but you might need visa to come to transit from a country to Belize, because Belize is either Mexican visa or American visa. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. And for those of you crying, asking me why did I shave my hair, come on, look, it's less than 1 month and it's already growing back. Yeah, so don't worry, I'm loving my new look. I hope you guys love it too. Don't worry, get over it. I mean, come on. Bye, see you guys in my next video. And give me a video suggestion of what I should do, what you would like me to do. Yeah, bye.